guys, so today I thought it would be fun if I did a book haul. I don't think I've done one on my channel since 2017 started, and I have accumulated quite a few books, some that you would have seen from my wrap-ups or my TBRs, but others, like the unboxing you saw, that even I forgot what's in it. So I have quite a few books to talk about, so let's get right into it. I'm first going to start with the books that I've read. So the first one is Rumblefish by S.E. Hinton. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. I read it last month, I believe. And it is just a short book about a guy named Rusty and his journey through kind of like a small town gang style and how he grows up and becomes his own man under the shadow of his older brother, who is very famous in this community. So I really enjoyed it. I enjoy all of her books, so check this one out. I also picked up a hardcover copy of City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, another book that I read last month. I am currently working my way through reading the series, and as I complete each book, I am going to buy myself a hardcover copy. I believe I give this book 4 out of 5 stars, and if you don't know what the series is about, it is a Shadowhunter world where they fight downworlders, I think. So it's like werewolves and vampires and all that, but it's very different than the typical vampire books that I've read. This one is definitely a lot darker. So I'm looking forward to seeing where the series goes. The last book of these that I've read is Alex and Ada Volume 1, and this is by Jonathan Luna and Sarah Vaughn. So this is a sci-fi graphic novel. It's only a trilogy, I believe, but I've been eyeing it for quite some time, and my local libraries didn't have it, so I decided to just splurge and buy it for myself. I have a hard time justifying buying graphic novels because I read them so fast, but I did really enjoy this one, and I'm happy to have my own copy. So like I said, it's a sci-fi, so this man Alex buys this robot Ada, and by the end of this volume, they are defying society standards as the typical story goes. But I did really enjoy it. I think I gave it 4 or 5 stars, so I'm looking forward to continuing on. I have mentioned this, I think, in 2 TBR videos, but I did receive The Burning World by Isaac Marion. I received this for review from Simon & Schuster Canada, so thank you. I will be getting to it this month. I am very determined. This is the sequel to Warm Bodies, which I read in February, I think. Time was flying. So don't know much about the sequel, don't know where it's going with the story. Very excited to get into it. But before I read this, I picked up The New Hunger, which is the novella that goes, I think, before Warm Bodies even, and I think kind of describes what happens to get to the point that we were in Warm Bodies. So I'm going to be picking this up next, and then The Burning World. This month I picked up the Omens series by Kelly Armstrong. I have the first 3 books here because they were all $8 at Chapters. So from what I understand, this is about a girl who finds out she's adopted and that her parents are serial killers. So she kind of goes on a journey to find them. They are both still serving life sentences. But she decides to hide from this media spotlight that has suddenly hit her. She's 24, so it's not YA, and I'm not sure if it's technically classified as adult or if it would be new adult. But I don't think I've read any of her books. I know my friend Carrie really likes her, but they also look super good on the shelf. So I'm really excited to get into these. I picked up Torn Away by Jennifer Brown, who is the same author of The Hate List, which is probably one of my favorite books that I've ever read. So this is a standalone about a girl named Jersey who loves watching storms, but one day the storm becomes something bigger and it ends up being a tornado, and she can't reach anybody. She can't reach her family. She can't reach 911. So it is a story about how she survives, and I'm assuming there's going to be heartbreak, but I loved her writing. I love her stories, so I'm really anxious to get into this one. So Chapters had some pretty great bargain books this month, so I also picked up The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I've only read Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, but I've heard really good things about her books. This one is probably thicker than the rest of them, but from what I understand, this one is about a politician's daughter who has this internship planned for her summer, and it's going to be great, but then a scandal kind of arises, and I assume it's going to be funny with some heartbreak and love to kind of balance out the heartbreak. But I think it's going to be good. I did really enjoy her writing, so hopefully it's not cliche, but looking forward for this summer read. And now we get into the unboxing. It has been so long since I placed this order that I don't even really remember what I ordered. Might be the easiest unboxing I've ever done. So the first book of the 2 that I bought is Alex and Ada Volume 2. I totally forgot I ordered this. It's been sitting on my floor in the box for so long waiting to film this video. So I'm probably going to pick this up tonight. I am really excited to see how the series continues, and then I'll probably end up buying the third one right after I finish it. And then the last book that I picked up in this haul is Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. It was $6 on Chapter, so I couldn't resist. It's been on my wish list for so long, but I'd heard mixed things about it, and I don't really know much of the plot myself, so I wasn't convinced to spend the entire $22 or whatever to purchase it. So when I saw it was $6, I couldn't resist. So like I said, I don't know much about the synopsis. I think it has some LGBT aspects in it, and it was very popular when it first came out a couple years ago. So this is probably going to be another summer read for me, but very excited to get into this. So yes, that was my first book haul of the year, I'm pretty sure. If not, then that looks kind of stupid. But I plan to do many more. I've been splurging on books recently, and I'm just waiting for all of the orders to come in. So if you read any of the books that I talked about, make sure you let me know what you thought of them down below, or if there's any books coming out in the next couple months, make sure you let me know so I can check them out as well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.